This video intended for entertainment and informative purposes only, but the live commentary may not reflect this rating. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey everybody, it's ClinicalX9999, and welcome back to more Pikmin 2. In the last episode, we ended this grand adventure, saving Louie, returning him to Hokate, and well, the president is now rich! And in this episode, we're coming back for a long episode of reading. We are on day 19 now. These are my copied save files, for backups and all. And back on the distant planet? Why are we here exactly? I don't know. President probably thought something here was worth salvaging out even after getting everything. We're going to do a lot of reading, so let's hit L and go into the Picklepedia. And the only one we have left is the Titan Dweevil. Look at this beautiful beast. It doesn't have its weapons, but that's okay. Looks cool anyway. Titan Dweevil, Mandarachnia gargantium, Dweevil family. The largest member of the Dweevil family, this fearsome predator carries protective components that frequently exhibit offensive capabilities, an evolution that may be attributed to mere change. Another evolutionary theory is that the chemical contents of the containers carried by the Titan Dweevil contribute to possible gene splicing. While other Dweevils do not seem to choose the objects they carry, the Titan Dweevil appears to prefer shiny objects above all others. Interesting. Jeez, this resolution's terrible. Alright. Now, we also have something new here. We have Louie's notes. Now, to get Louie's notes, you have to have beaten the game on at least one save file, and after you have that, it's unlocked forever on memory card. Which is why I got a special memory card for our Let's Plays on GameCube games. So, well, let us read Louie's notes on every single creature. What does Louie have to say about them? Plump specimens are best spit roasted whole, stuffed with a lime and a slab of bacon, basted frequently to ensure a magnificently moist haunch. Louie's been known to be very gluttonous, so of course his notes would be about how a chef would go about cooking and eating the creature. But you know what? I'm all for it. It's a shame that his notes didn't appear in any other game until Pikmin 3 Deluxe, but hey, I'm cool with that. So, let's go ahead and start some reading. Well, we've already started some reading. Let's restart some reading. Hairy Bulborb. Remove all of the Bulborb's hair, wrap the beast in foil along with a halved lemon, and place it directly on the grill. The foil should protect the carcass from scorching, and the lemon will give the meat an elegant hint of citrus. Orange Bulborb. What? Whoa! Well, I've never seen this before. It's got unmarked spectralids flying around it. Is that normal? I guess for this guy it is. Oh, this is supposed to show how it wakes up easily, but they're just pushing it around. This Bulborb's meaty flanks make for a salaciously savory steak that shouldn't be missed. For a blissful bisque, mince the entire beast finely and stir it in with heavy cream, artichoke hearts, and a pinch of black pepper. Heat slowly until piping hot. Rich and creamy. Snow Bulborb. Best grilled and served hot over a bed of fresh spinach and crumbled blue cheese. Dwarf Orange Bulborb. Although difficult to prepare, this exquisite creature is more than worth the effort. Spotty Bulbear. For an unrivaled green curry, peel away the Spotty Bulbear's skin, pulverize the juicy innards, and stew until curiously fragrant. Dwarf Bulbear. Remove the innards, stuff with sage, and finally age prosciutto, and broil until golden brown. bulwark larva. And this thing drops a lot of nectar, so I think it has like a creamy related thing. This major creature offers little meat, but the eyeballs are a local delicacy. Try them with okra and a dollop of sour cream. Okay, I guess I was wrong. Fiery Bulblax. No stove? No problem. This sizzling beast practically cooks itself. Remember to thoroughly extinguish the steaks prior to eating, but it extinguishes itself when it dies. Are you saying you're cooking this thing alive? I mean, we have corpses in the treasure hoard because we carry them back, and it makes sense because now that we have information on all these creatures, Louis can now actually accurately figure out how to cook them. I think I'd like to try some of Louis' meals, despite him being kind of immature and a bit naive. He sure is a damn good cook. Water Dumple. Deep fry dumples without batter are all that flavor with half of the fat. Bulbman. Grind the meat and season with allspice, salt, and ground white pepper. Press the seasoned meat into meat satchels, then pan-fry them with onions. Prior to serving, smother the brats with a Dijon mustard and sugar. Buns are optional. What exactly is a brat? Is it referring to the little Bulbman? That's sick, Louis. I honestly wouldn't surprise me if he wanted to eat the Pikmin. Fiery Blowhog. Roast this flavorful beast for several hours, letting it stew in its own succulent juices. Don't worry about overcooking this beast. It's scorch-proof. I hope Louis at least reads Olimar's notes on these creatures before trying to cook them. Watery Blowhog. This beast's unrivaled moistness gives it a melt-in-the-mouth quality that's incomparable. Armor Cannon Larva. Carefully remove every grain of sand, peel back the exoskeleton, and slurp heartily. Decorated Cannon Larva. And somebody in one of the premieres said that the decorated cannon larva probably stays its larva for its entire life. But Olimar clearly states that it's the larval form of a cannon beetle that we just haven't seen yet. Slice the meat into tender cutlets and vigorously apply a lime and pepper rub. Pan-fry until lightly crushed. Accompanied with watercress and drizzle with freshly prepared tamarind sauce. Puffy Blowhog. Slice this creature's feather-light skin into triangles, deep fry until crispy, and salt generously. Makes the perfect scooping chip to accompany fresh mango salsa. I don't really like salsa too much. Withering Blowhog. Hang this creature on a rack and sun-dry on a hot afternoon. When suitably crisp, grind the sun-dried beast into powder. Makes a great substitute for cayenne or curry powder. Gatling Groin. Remove the cannon and ammo stockpile, then vigorously tenderize the meat with a heavy mallet. Stir-fry the caramelized onions and figwort sprouts. Figworts. A spoon over a steaming bowl of fluffy white rice and douse with chili sauce. Iridescent Flint Beetle. An essential flavor accentuating ingredient in gumbo and jambalaya. Also delicious in soups, broths, and marinades. Iridescent Glint Beetle. This precious treat is exceptionally rare. I could sell it back at home for a fortune. Then I could use the cash to upgrade my kitchen, buy galactic class ingredients, and even star in my own cooking show, The Insect Gourmet. And I was so into the idea of selling it that I completely forgot to tell you how to cook it. Doodlebug. Looking for a surprise that will surprise and delight. Looking for a flavor that will surprise and delight your guests. This beast's aroma may surprise the guests, but it won't be delightful. Sheer Grub. For an unforgettable quiche, slice this creature and mix with 4 eggs, 2 vine-ripened tomatoes, diced zucchini, and generous handfuls of feta and Swiss. Bake until crusty and golden. This beast is most flavorful if caught and cooked just after laying its eggs. Well, hope you're happy when the babies grow up not having a mother. Spread several specimens in the bottom of the casserole dish and layer with sliced avocado. Bake until the meat is choice and the cheese is lusciously brown. Sheer Wig. Grate this beast into a zest and whisk with sugar, cream, and chopped dark chocolate for a lusciously indulgent mousse that is true culinary soupy grace. I know it's pronounced mousse, but I first saw that word in Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, and I just think mousse sounds better. Cloaking burrow in it. Boil in the shell with a pinch of salt until bright red and serve piping hot with tartar sauce. And then give them a free hat. Ravenous whisker pillar. Delicious skillet seared or soated with scallions and red Genovese sauce. Anode beetle. Drain the electrical charge before boiling. Although it is possible to eat an anode beetle while it's charged, doing so may result in an unpleasant tingling sensation. Ugh. Midnight. Flash fry with garlic and red chilies in a hot pan, then sprinkle with grated gargonzola. What is gargonzola? Oh, hermit crab. Shuck from the shell, bake on high heat until crispy, then dip in pot of melted milk chocolate. Lips smacking sweet. I wanted to eat crab recently, but I heard crabs are becoming more scarce and thus more expensive. Swooping snitch bug. Remove the wings, marinate in a well-marbled steak for several hours in a chipotle marinade, then charbroil it to perfection. Bumbling snitch bug. Remove the wings and discard the remainder of the beast. Enjoy the luxurious wafer-thin wings with a fine water dumple caviar. I like it when the entries reference other creatures. Careening Doriji bug. Pull off the balloon-like air sacs, mince the meaty abdomen, and shape it into small cakes. Pan-sear the cakes until crushed. Be careful not to overcook the delicate meat. When ready to serve, garnish the plate with the vibrant air sacs. Even the most discerning dinner guests will be dazzled by the colorful presentation. Antenna beetle. Extract meat from the exoskeleton and sear on all sides in a hot wok to seal in the flavor. Top the dish off with a splash of spicy peanut sauce. Peanut sauce? Lesser spotted jelly float. Similar in taste and texture to the gelatin, this jiggling mass of jelly can be sculptured into all kinds of creative shapes. As a bonus, it also doubles as a professional grade hair gel. It's the perfect cool summer treat. Greater spotted jelly float. Like a fine cheese, the aroma of this fluid flower can be oppressive, but its flavor must be experienced to believe. Also makes an unforgettable non-dairy spread. And actually, before we go on, I want to actually hear what they sound like with the music turned off, so we can hear like the singing they do. Press start to return to the menu. I can hear it more easily on the lesser one personally, but not so much on the greater one. I do like the sounds of the lesser ones better personally too. Fiery Dweevil. The search for a gourmet, high-protein salad topping alternative to bacon bits is over. Grind the spicy Dweevil into a tasty micro chunks and toss them generously over your salad to add an instant flair and flavor. Anode Dweevil. Raw anode dweevil makes for an unforgettable sushi treat, but if not prepared by an expert hand with exact baking precision, consumption could result in a jolting electrical explosion of apocalyptic proportion. What? The caustic one's even funnier, though. Inedible. Effects of consumption include uncontrollable arm flailing and enthusiastic dishwashing. Munged Weevil. Exposure doesn't to extreme heat doesn't seem to get rid of this creature despite in deposit. This creature of deposits of potent gas. It's probably best for everyone if you just avoid eating this hazardous fare. Yeah, there's some things that you just gotta accept that you just can't eat. Volatile weevil. This scorching species combusts upon a contact with the tongue, only edible by the adventurous and asbestos-tongued. Oh, the dweevil entries are so funny. Dweevil oyster. Pansear with herbs, and I will not call them herbs. Panseal with herbs and oil until lightly crushed on the outside and rosy on the inside. Complement the savory flavors with a light and buttery cream sauce. Yellow Wollywog. Beer batter and deep fry for a brown home flavor you won't soon forget. Wollywog. Wollywogs are best ground up, shaped into a patty, and flame broiled on a grill. Slap on tomato slices, lettuce, onions, ketchup, and slide the patty between the sesame seed bun for the ultimate beast burger experience. I want a Wollywog hamburger. Wogpole. Wogpoles can be eaten raw, but they're much more flavorful when steamed or grilled. Heavenly in risotto. Feel free to experiment with this lush ingredient. Lapis lazuli candy putt putt. This flower's tough texture makes it unsuitable for salads, but its bright blue hue makes for a grandiose garnish. Crimson candy putt putt. This spicy flower combusts upon contact with the tongue. Keep fire returning condiments within arm's reach. Golden candy putt putt. This tart flower's acidic juices can burn a hole through a frying pan. Eating it would be unwise. The candy putt ones are pretty funny too. Violet candy putt putt. This convenient purple flower secretes a dark, flavorful oil that eliminates the need for salad dressing. That sounds delicious. Ivory candy putt putt. This elusive flower spoils within seconds of picking, making it unsuitable for cooking. You do realize you in theory are eating very old Pikmin, right? Queen candy putt putt. Eating this flower leads to a spectacular, breathtaking indigestion. Creepy chrysanthemum. When thinly sliced, this prettily sizable bulb makes a sumptuous pizza topping. Skitterleaf. The superb amalgamation of juicy meat and leafy greens ensures that the skitterleaf will be the new spinach. Unmarked spectralids. Spectralids don't provide a lot of meat, but the exquisitely elegant wings are surprisingly tasty, particularly when they are expertly prepared with a sweet candied glaze. Who wants candy-coated spectralid? Honeywisp. Although the eggs are small, the yolk has a distinctively bold and tangy flavor. Try tossing a few in a pan along with your choice of meat and fresh vegetables and cook up a country scramble. Mamuta. Inedible. Tastes like chicken. That's it. That's probably the best one. Breadbug. Breadbugs are hearty and nutritious, but also bland and unimaginative. They may be palatable in a pinch, but they hold no true culinary promise. Peliposy. On a quest for the perfect hors d'oeuvre. That's probably something in some other language. Now, slow cook this plant in a wood fire oven, but be careful to only serve the tender pellet. I guess the petals are poisonous. Common glowcat. Rapturous, fresh, or sauteed. This illuminating fungus will be hot in the galaxy's trendiest restaurants. Clover. Mildly poisonous. May result in nausea, headache, fever, fatigue, chest pains, paralysis, loss of bone density, moodiness, feral rage, sauciness, dilly-dally, strokes of billiness, and untimely doom. Mildly poisonous. Figwort. This titillating ingredient tastes impossibly fresh, but you must cook it immediately after picking. If you don't, it'll go bad within minutes. Dandelion. Young leaves are only suitable in garden salads. Use the flower to add color to your dishes. Seeding dandelion. Dried, roasted, and finely ground, the root of this plant makes a passable coffee substitute. Put in coffee in the invigorator. Horsetail. Remove and discard the primitive scaly leaves, then blanch the tender stalk in a buttery broth. Foxtail. Inedible. Plagues victims with potent, deliberating cramps. Ugh. Glowstem. Inedible. Known effects include uncontrollable episodes of impromptu breakdancing. I'd love to see what kind of prank someone could use with that. Margaret. Can be eaten fresh out of the soil, but is much more flavorful when incorporated into a heavenly veggie lasagna. Fiddlehead. Sun-dry leaves for several days, then grind them with a mortar and pestle. The resulting herb grants an aromatic, earthy flavor to mutton and poultry dishes. Shoot. Inedible, and yet strangely delicious. Not as good as the Mamutas. Empress Bullwax. For a sophisticated delicacy, make a pâte foie gras from this massively obese creature's liver and spread it over a sesame cracker. Burrowing Snagret. Slice the serpentine torso into thin medallions, skewer around a metal rod with the hooktight onions, and barbecue over an open flame. Beady Longlegs. Poisonous. Consumption results in prolonged writhing and uncontrollable mirth. Emperor Bullwax. To prep the tongue for cooking, marinate in olive oil and chop into cubes. Stir in a pot with carrots, potatoes, and chives, clover. I thought you said cover, not clover. And simmer over low heat for several hours. Accompany this mouth-watering rustic stew with a hearty roll. Giant bread bug. Although cooking this colossal beast yields a mountain of meat, every ounce of it is flavorless. Only suitable for intergalactic all-you-can-eat buffets. You haven't lived until you've tasted a mint-braised Snagret shank. If you're feeling especially saucy, stuff a bird with a can of your favorite savory nectar. How about the Pikmin's nectar? Throw it on the barbecue and let the juices mingle to make a mean beverage canister Snagret. Man at legs. Although the meat is a bit on the metallic side, the oil makes for a mouth-watering gravy or lubricative vinaigrette. Ranging Boister. The gills are best prepared, deep-fried in a herb and breadcrumb batter. Also tasty poached and drenched with a fine soy sauce. Water Wraith. Inedible. Known to cause mass hysteria, followed by leg spasms and internal thunderlings. Ugh. Segmented Crawster. Dessert meat eats are all the rage on Hokate. When the planet's finest chefs hear about the kind of sorbets, pies, and parfaits you can make with the claw all meat on the sweet beast, they'll clamor for every morsel we bring home. Raging Longlegs. Neither boiling nor baking can diminish this creature's overpowering musky scent, only suitable for serving to unpleasant in-laws. Titan Weevil. Eaten raw, this predator's luxurious legs are bold and full-flavored. What a satisfying crunch. I bet Louis tried to cook it when he found it. Alright, now it's time for the treasure hoard. You've collected the Succulent series. Plunge into the juicy world of alien cuisine. You've collected the Paleontology series. Who knows what these beasts left behind? You've collected the Ancient Secrets series. This old junk will make romantics weep with joy. You've collected the Tortured Artist series. Everyone's inner artist will crave this set. You've collected the Space Love series. These designs transcend intergalactic cultural barriers. You've collected the Dream series. Consumers hear the word dream and open their wallets. You got the Blast from the Past series. My nostalgic pitch will transform these oldies into hits. Well, at least all but one of those is an oldie. You've collected the massive receptacle series. Hokatations can practically live in these. You've collected the Ancient Ad series. These persuasive logos are amazing attention grabbers. You've collected the Odd Logo series. Indecipherable symbols are all the rage these days. You got the Titan Weevil series. Entomologists and film directors will buy them by the whole load. I guess we can figure out how they work and try to replicate them. So, lots of reading to do. Disguise delicacy. The fruit on this planet is astonishingly large. If we could cultivate these ample fruits on Hokate, nobody would ever go hungry again. Sadly, I don't know anything about agriculture. Maybe I should have listened to my wife when she told me to do yard work. I know someone who knows a lot about agriculture. Insect condo. Love apples. This sumptuous nugget may look delicious, but internal scans indicate a parasitic infection. The ship can't stand to even look at these pests, let alone store them. But I had to put my foot down on this one. Possessed squash. All of the plants in this region have interesting characteristics, like this freakish one for example. Lately I've started the habit of tasting new discoveries. It may be dangerous to eat unfamiliar plants, but I've only gotten violently sick a few times. Future Orb. According to my analysis, this advanced contraption can reflect the future of those that peer into it. However, when the president looked into it, he saw total darkness. He said it must have been broken, but I'm not so sure. Mirrored element. Talking to the boss makes me crave the power to order people around. He just sits on his haunch all day, barking out wildly irrational requests. Sounds like Electronic Arts. When will it be my turn to be the boss? Manual Honer. The size of this construction rig is astonishing. It could build an entire house in minutes. The strangest part is that I don't see an electrical plug anywhere. Surely you don't have to power it manually? And here's the pencil I sharpened. Implement of toil. We've worked so hard, I think I could use some rest and relaxation. However, looking at all the valuable treasures we've collected, I think we'll make a huge fortune. Then I can hire an army of butlers to attend to my every whim. Essence of Desire. We traveled across the universe to this planet pursuing the dream of great discoveries. I found a cavern that symbolizes the goal of our grand expedition, so I've named it the Dream Den. Universal Comm. From the shape of it, I've concluded that this is some kind of data transmission monitor. However, Louie and the ship keep telling me that I'm way off target. I told them, if I'm so wrong, what do you think it is? I don't see you suggesting any alternatives. They're just being negative. I'm going with my gut feeling on this one. Extreme Perspirator. What an odd doll. I can't stop squeezing it. I've decided to market this doll back home as an exercise apparatus. People can work up a good sweat with this thing. The boss is fairly plump. I'd suggest he use it. Boss Stone. My long journey has led me to this compelling stone. During my quest, I've narrowly escaped being crushed, chewed, ingested, and scorched countless times, but somehow I persevered. And this stone reminds me of that. It's like it has a personality of its own. I'd like to take it back with me and place it in my garden to commemorate this expedition. Talisman of Life. Explorers strive, but fate decides. You can prepare and practice for an expedition, but there's only so much a person can do. Sometimes you have to put your life in fate's hands. I've come to understand this intergalactic truth while I've traveled to the farthest reaches of the universe. Fate and I are pretty close. Glee Spinner. It's the only thing in this that's not an oldie because it's a GameCube control stick. And this game came out in 2004. When I get near this captivating treasure, I can't stop myself from spinning it over and over again. I shouldn't spin such a valuable treasure, but it's so hard to have self-control. From now on, instead of actually spinning it, I'll just imagine I'm doing it instead. Wow, this is so much fun! My grandpa told me once, if you spin the control stick like that, it's gonna break. Stringent container. The ship's hold is so cluttered and disorganized. I wonder if we're actually finding new treasures or if we're just rediscovering old ones. Yellow Taste Tyrant. According to recent statistics, the elderly people in Hokuto love to eat sweets. Despite them, young people are eating all the spicy food they can get their hands on. Just looking at this artifact makes my mouth feel spicy. When I bring it back, it's sure to be all the rage with surly teens everywhere. Tonight, I think I'll practice signing autographs. Olimar's gotta be famous at this point in time. Hypnotic Platter. I mean, he was the one who discovered this planet and everything on it, after all. Strange story. When I inspected this item from the planet's surface, I was suddenly overcome with such a raging thirst that I thought I might fall unconscious. Having no tasty beverage on hand, I had to resort to licking the condensation from inside my helmet. I feel such shame. Ew. But, you know, I love my root beer. Is that everything? Let me check. Let me just double check that was everything first. Okay, we're good. Shock Therapist. I bet this is like an old generator or sorts. This shocker was one of the several weapons wielded by that nightmarish Titan Weevil. It allowed the creature to smite Pikmin with zaps of lightning. Flare Cannon. This scorching mechanism was once used by the monstrous Titan Weevil. The roasting apparatus spews hot jets of flame. I can't keep Louis away from it. He keeps trying to use it to cook sausages and caramelize creme brulee. Comedy Bomb. This fiendish component was used by the Titan Weevil. Although it was once a primitive chemical weapon, it is now a weapon of mass hilarity. How? How is it funny? Monster Pump. This savage water pump was just one of the many weapons wielded by the Titan Weevil. This pump is capable of spraying jets of hyper-pressurized water. The King of Bugs. Louis is back! Somehow he survived a horrific ordeal with that freakishly large weapon-wielding Titan Weevil. I entered the hole with an army of ferocious Pikmin, grimly determined to save Louis from the Titan Weevil, but it seems he was perfectly fine all along. I can't understand how he managed to avoid being eaten. He's always had an unusually close connection with insects, and I know he loves to cook them. Maybe he wasn't kidnapped after all. Could he have been controlling that beast all along? No, that's craziness! Although, he does insist that we now address him by his proper title, the King of Bugs. Ooh. I think Olimar's implying some pretty dark stuff there. Well, we're gonna find out after the sales pitches. Cupid's Grenade. Fate's tapestry has unraveled. Tomorrow weeps, romance has fallen. Love is madness. To mend the rift between the two cross lovers, this is the ultimate weapon in Cupid's arsenal. Sunseed Berry. This fruit is born of bright sunlight and cheerful warmth. Come, all you gloomy naysayers. One bite and even sad sacks will become foolhardily optimists. Eat one today and change your life. Combustion Berry. Everything is best in moderation. This fruit is the perfect example of too much of a good thing. Its devastating sweetness is like an act of violence on the palate, scoring with all succulence. Seed of Greed. This item's docile efficiency evokes the image of wealth and greed. Behold, life's essence. Disguised Delicacy. Fruits cannot be judged by their outer coverings, no matter how hairy. This one is quite yummy. It is times like these that make me wish I were equipped with advanced taste capabilities. It's times like these that I wish you wouldn't make us guilt trip you. Insect Condo. Awash in color and sugars, this item makes an ideal home for many insect species. I am sure this is valuable to the scientific community, but it has little value as commodity. Citrus Lump. The thick, acidic rind of this item is proof positive that it's highly elevated mental functions. When I assess it, I am somehow reminded of a particularly hateful superior. Hurry up and devour it! Possess Squash. This mutated gourd of titanic proportions is filled with bad seeds. A score if you adore a revulsion. Oh yeah. Well, the seeds are good when cooked. And salted. Fossilized Ursidae. Put this in a natural history museum and watch the visitors line up waving money. This giant statue was found on a savage planet and comes with its own rumored curse. Does it really come alive under a full moon? We'll own it and find out. I don't know about that. Colossal Fossil. A colossal fossil for collectors of bone. Bones make this as big Bones this big make bone houses seem not so crazy. Bone, 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 bone. Leviathan feather. All that's been discovered of this titanic bird is a single feather. Whatever did it look like? Your imagination is the only tool being needed to paint a picture of this dream or nightmare bird. Olimar nightshell. A fossil of ancient sea inhabitant. It is most desirable despite its unappealing name. Captain Olimar named it without consulting anyone. He could have at least named it after his faithful spaceship. Aren't you the one naming most of the treasures? I know Olimar named a few, but I feel like it's okay if he names one after himself. If you want to name one after yourself, go then do it yourself. Fortified delicacy. A twisted shell whose surface is covered in spikes. The durable housing protects the meal that is said to define deliciousness. Where the meal went is known only to Captain Olimar's crew. Oh, I actually got a funny story I'd like to tell you guys. When I was visiting my grandmother in August of last year, we went to the beach and we took home a seashell, and that shell had a little crab in it, meaning we took a tiny crab all the way from the beach, and I'll show a picture of it right now. Scrumptious shell. This flavorful item's texture is most agreeable to any life form, or so my data suggests. Do statements like these from a machine without taste buds strike you as odd? Sometimes. Memorial shell. All that remains of the monster shellfish is a sparkle, the sole proof of its existence. Does this not make you want to treasure it? Mysterious remains. Snickety snackety snip. Think of the colossal creature that had pincers like this. These are the only remains, so your imagination can run wild. Imagination knows no boundaries. Future orb. Is the future bright or dark and dreary? If you're worried about tomorrow, this is for you! This multidimensional crystal visualizes the branches of time and displays the future. Oh, I forgot about Crystal King. Collectors of the Crystal King. Collectors of the rare assemble. This is a one-of-a-kind specimen of a unique crystal life form. Proof? True collectors need no proof. This romantic piece could be yours today. Gyroid bust. This looks exactly like the gyroids that have become so popular on planet Hokute. Its pitiful expression is beloved by the Hokute youth. Does that imply that Animal Crossing and Pikmin take place on the same planet? No, I'm just kidding. But I think it's cool that gyroids both exist in both the Pikmin universe and the Animal Crossing universe. Unknown merit. Decades of toil with nose to the grindstone, insulting orders swallowed without a hiccup. Such is the life of a salaried man. His name will not be remembered. His family will not be understand. But if the results bear out his efforts, that is enough. Now, nose to the grindstone drone. Lustrous element. Such radiance, such shine, like magic, this product stimulates greed in all intelligent life forms. Bring your wallets and gather around, buyers. Mirrored elements. All reason flies in the face of this sparkle. It's not flashy, but it still inspires avarice. Decorative goo. Everyone enjoys decorating in favorite hues, but it's vital to utilize new colors now and then. This tube of goo will surely help you discover the new you. I gotta wonder if that was half directed to Olimar. Master's instrument. No artistic inclinations, no color sense, no worries. This no-hassle art element was found on a primitive planet. From this day forward, you can be an artist of the ages. You can't just make stuff and just peach pink. Manual honer. This is no lazy machine that runs out of power. This point honing marvel works anywhere, anytime. The manual operation may tire you out, but the exercise will do you good. Implement of toil. Poor me, woe is me, so much work, pity me, boo-hoo, sigh. These phrases fill one with a sense of sadness, and all are evoked by this mysterious charm. Heavy-duty magnetizer. The most powerful magnetic force in the universe. The healing properties of magnetic fields relieve backaches, headaches, toothaches, and even dreaded spleen aches. I still don't know what the spleen is. Harmonic synthesizer. This clam-like sound generator is all natural. The purity of its percussive tone is irresistible. Clack, clack, I don't know. Emperor whistle. Healing tones are old news? Well, greet the new trend. Super sound of awakening. Air passing through the inner chamber sounds like a high note that acts as an acoustic refreshment. Director of Destiny. This amazing fortune-telling device follows the fate with eerie accuracy. It calculates the magnetic fields of planets, stars, and living organisms to track the poles of destiny itself. If you're an optimist who feels that life points both south and north, this is for you. Unspeakable wonder. Amazing! More than amazing! It is so overwhelming that my CPU is acting rebooting. What a spectacular find! Essence of Rage. The sight of this may warm you when you are cold. A lovely side effect of this valuable treasure. Essence of Despair. Long ago, evil forces clashed with the forces of justice. The evil was defeated and locked away in the stone. Am I evil for making up such a tangle? Justice, please look the other way. Essence of True Love. This guy sometimes does not make very good sales pitches. Wash away all your stress and angst with glory of this enduring symbol of love. Essence of Desire. Stone, soil, and the stars themselves radiate with delight for this symbol of galactic desire. Pink Menace. This gem holds the shape of the universal symbol of love, yet its cut and light refracting abilities make it a menacing superweapon in disguise. It could create a horrible doomsday death ray, or something even worse. We peaceful machines live in eternal fear of the ability of living beings to turn anything into a weapon. You ever see the blonde episode of Regular Show where Mordecai got his hair blonde and then he joined a club that had rings that shoot lasers? Joyless Jewel. Those who view this gem's green twinkle become filled with great hopes and expectations. However, it rewards neither. This artistic sham only provides short-lived happiness. Frosty Bauble. The cold brilliance of the stone will freeze the hearts of all admirers and sap their wills. Men throughout the universe will gaze upon this and be reminded of their wives. Ugh. Gemstar Wife. It looks like a common gem, but it is actually a female specimen of a gemstone life form. Collect a male and a female and they will sparkle in the darkness, longing for one another. Gemstar Husband. Once again, daydreams become alive. This is not just a fine gem, but a rare inorganic life form. Universal comm. This communications monitor was found on an uncivilized planet. Sadly, it is broken and does not work, and as such, its purpose cannot be confirmed. Yet, that only heightens its irresistible appeal. Reality or misinterpretation? Or misperception. Either way, you should buy it. I think this might be my favorite of these 6 rings, to be honest. Actually, no. Pink Menace. Omniscient Spear. This creature wait, we already read these. But maternal sculptural. This shape. Though the mind forgets, the heart remembers. All sentient life forms must recall the love of their mothers. Oh, that is gross. But it's all natural. Extreme Perspirator. Push it, pull it, tackle it, this tough figurine just pops right back up, no matter what. This is just the thing to get you sweating and shedding those extra holiday pounds. Why, our very own company president was able to drop 10% of his body weight. Mighty beans, and then something, mighty beans. Okay, whatever. Rubber Ugly. Ugliness that can destroy all beauty drives deep despair into the heart of the beholder. This hideous item is a must-have for all connoisseurs of all things wretched and repellent. Hello, buddy. I'm Ugly Bob. Paradoxical Enigma. This is both the pinnacle of beauty and the otter of ugliness. The definition of ugly beauty. No words for this state exist, but my data banks indicate that bugly will suffice. So that's why it's called a paradoxical enigma. It's a mystery that contradicts itself because it's both ugly and pretty. Silencer. The perfect gift in this age of overwhelming information, this mute face cherishes silence. If you value peace and quiet, why not spend some time staring into this face? 1 hour, 2 hours, I am feeling drowsy. Energy saving mode initiated. Wiggle Noggin. Gaze into these round eyes and experience wave after wave of joy. Yes, love is good. Coiled Launcher. Just an ordinary spring? Hardly. This is a high-speed thrill ride tested by one of our employees. Jump aboard for a ride so fast it'll make you see other worlds. Boom Cone. This will accelerate your soul like magical popcorn. Kaboom! Happiness explodes from within. The shape itself speaks of wondrous things to come. Let us get excited! Flame Tiller. I want me a yo-yo. Spin, spin, thump. Spin this on the ground and look. It throws dirt all over, plowing the field. This is the perfect tool for those on Hokate who want to cultivate mini onions at home. Oh yeah, it actually is a yo-yo. Doomsday Apparatus. An apocalyptic weapon made of super heavy gravity compressed materials of unknown origin. The fact that its great weight makes it uncontrollable is, at times, a mild detriment. Aquatic Mine. This is an incredibly dangerous aquatic explosive, which has fortunately never detonated. None know its true destructive power, but this could well be the most cataclysm weapon ever. Stupendous Lens. Peek into this item with a sense of wonder and glimpse a frighteningly gigantic world. Ooh. Air Brake. No height is too great to fall for if you possess this. It may be frightening, but get over it. Worthless Statue. Once an unknown planet, a megalith civilization flourished. And this is proof of its existence. For hoarders of ancient artifacts, this is a must-have piece. Truly, collectors will crave it. I do not know if that is true or not, but items in demand fetch higher prices. Priceless Statue. This stone carving was lined up with others as if they were meant to protect something. Proof of megalithic civilization. I am unsure about that, but bluffing is paramount. Boss Stone. For those who care about others, for those who hail subordinates and send them into the unknown, only these few will appreciate this fine, distinctive stone. Did I just describe myself? Luck wafer. This appears when you have no money to pay for the lottery, and floats away when you do. The mystic pattern is a magnet for good luck, so at least you can enjoy feeling lucky. Talisman of life. At the end of a long life, some beings wish to leave the world and stroll in a field of flowers. Does this desire ever come to fruition? I do not know, but this beautiful deck of luck wafers makes me wonder. Even we machines ponder the great power down at the end of a trail. Oh. Hang on a second. One luck wafer is worth 50 more Pokos than a deck of luck wafers? Wow. Strife Monolith. The world is divided into two groups, ones and zeros. Are you up for the winning or losing group? If you love the thrill of the game, but do not care for the outcome, then this stone is for you. Speaking of which, I gotta actually get to playing Mahjong. I have it on Famicom. It symbolizes both victory and defeat. What a concept. Chance Totem. More powerful than effort, more relentless than talent. Luck is the true ruler of life. If you're playing Mario Party, it is. This mystical stone tests the path of luck. So, are you the true master of your life? Dream Architect. Going to bed early is a waste of time for the lively soul. Sounds good to me. This dream maker makes the night fun. Fine, so it is broken and does not work. But that is a drawback. Come on, use your imagination. Stone of Glory. This odd rock is completely filled with nostalgia. None can dispute the magical powers of this stone. Can the day when this rock rules the entire universe be far away? Glee Spinner. This produces a mysterious shape induced mental effect in all living creatures. You simply must rotate it. Spin, 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 spin. What fun it must be. Cosmic Archive. All worldly matters, from time's start to its end, are said to be recorded in this historical vault. It is so huge, decoding it all is impossible. Its mere existence is said to make one philosophical. Remember, old buddy. This relic rose directly from the sands of time. Its shape invokes waves of sweet nostalgia. Middle-aged men throughout the universe harken back to the days of their youth and grin. Women have that feeling too. Fawn Gyrobot. Red, the colors of memories, of sunsets at the end of the day, of pure embarrassment. Memorable Gyrobot. No matter how old you grow, you will remember the treasures of childhood. Take this gift. Lost Gyrobot. Remember your treasured toys? You took such good care of them, but some broke anyway. For some reason, this green gyro brings back those memories and causes your heart to quiver. Favorite Gyrobot. Children throughout the universe are captivated by the very thought of this cool blue disc. Hokate toy makers are swamped with orders for this popular item. Treasure Gyrobot. Feel the joy that only collectors can savor. The happiness for those who have found them all. Enjoy this wonderful feeling to your heart's content. Drone Supplies. This food pack makes you want to throw all dietary restrictions out the window and take a bite. Patience Tester. This calls out to be opened, peeked inside, and tasted. This temptation-filled item is perfect for those who wish to test the strength of their resolve. Endless Repository. No matter how much you eat, this magic container is never empty, so go ahead and have a bite. Captain Olimar and his crony used this excuse. They later issued a written apology. Fruit Guard. A taste of knowledge from a foreign world. This container holds juices of a primitive fruit. If you are a devotee of genuine taste, you cannot pass this up. You know what? I am so thirsty for apple juice right now. I'm going to zoom in right on those two apples, and I'm going to record myself getting some apple juice from my little mini fridge. I drank the rest of it and then tossed the container on the ground. Nutrient Silo. A food storage tank of bewitchingly titanic size. As legend has it, this item is so captivating that the discoverer tried to claim it for himself. Can't blame him, loves Skippy peanut butter. Stringent Container. A packed to the brim food container. According to legend, the discoverer of this item found it and immensely began to drool. Abstract Masterpiece. This is something that machines cannot comprehend. The heart of art, the soul of creativity. If you understand the appeal of this design, your heightened senses are at space pilot levels. Optical illustration. There are many items that look like this one, but the contents are profoundly different. Those in the know are aware of the differences. This particular item should please any buyer. Thirst Activator. Natural beauty fills this design, and merely viewing it incites a riotous thirst. How about it? Yellow Taste Tyrant. Behold the overwhelming power of monochrome yellow. Spiciness fills both the eyes and mouth. Irresistible! Saliva Tricks. Uncontrollable drooling, cannot stop. Interfacing with this ad gives me the non-stop case of drooling. I lie, machines cannot drool, as we learned before entering the glutton's kitchen. Gherkin Gate. This cryptic design contains a link between sight and taste that is unknown on Hokusai. According to a psychology of unknown shapes, gazing at this will let you taste the unknown. Alien Billboard. Perhaps this is some ancient billboard, but perhaps not. Its authenticity may be in question, but if you can use it for inspiration, you may become a top-flight ad executive. Activity Arouser. This asterisk design will make viewers want to get up and move for no apparent reason. This is perfect for people who want to diet but can never seem to get started. Hypnotic Platter. This bizarre insignia on the serrated platter inspires inexplicable feelings of pleasure that can only be replicated by a long, cool drink, or so I am told. Massive Lid. After much evaluation and processing, this item has been classified as a massive cap. What powerful force might it have held back at one time? Only the ages know. Pondering Emblem. One glance and you will sit for hours trying to discover the ultimate purpose of this item. Therein lies its value, but it is actually a guide to the world of deep thinking. Happiness Emblem. Choose your own happiness. Find the good things in each day. Maintain a positive attitude and good things will come your way. That is what one feels when viewing this cheerful emblem. Quenching Emblem. An odd symbol that causes thirst cravings in all who view it. Its secrets cannot be deciphered. Drought Ender. Give in to your primal feelings and drink to your heart's content. Gaze upon this design and your throat will ache for satisfaction. Why is that? Tell me, please. Creative Inspiration. Stare at this long enough and good ideas are sure to surface. If you are a casual person who relies on others to achieve your goals, then this imagination support item was made for you. I honestly would buy the Creative Inspiration. Shock Therapist. This nanotech device gathers negative ions in the atmosphere and converts them into energy. And then it releases that energy. Zap! Use it to relieve muscle soreness and joint stress. One warning, however, it does render the user unconscious. Flare Cannon. In the compressed air cylinder of this flamethrower, liquid gas is lit, producing the fire that gives the weapon its name. It is very dangerous, and good kids know not to play with it. What about bad kids? In case you wonder, it cannot be used as a substitute for spaceships, rockets, and should never be used to cook sausages. Never. Well, hope you told that to Louis before he started it. Comedy bomb. You cannot see it, you cannot smell it, yet this weapon would steal your life given the chance. At least it used to, until I assuredly exchanged its poison gas for hilarious laughing gas. Crafted with an eye for safety, it is the funniest weapon ever devised. Monster Pump. This item automatically detects subterranean waterways even if the water is buried a mile deep. This monster pump draws liquid any distance, and its almost uncontrollably power is fantastic. And now, the King of Bugs. A new employee of a Hokate Fray, Louis is often silent. Nobody knows what thoughts lurk in his mind. He appears to operate on the same wavelength as insects, often with dangerous results. However, after he was kidnapped, he somehow managed to hijack the colossal insect's brain. So that means, according to the ship, that was not the gentle Titan Dweevil we were fighting at all. Louis was controlling it. Louis was behind it all. Louis wanted to kill us, presumably for leaving him behind. Well, can't say I blame the guy. And just before this ends for real, because I hate myself so much, I have decided to look on Wikipedia and look through every single treasure, all 201 treasures, and look at the sales pitches in Olimar's journals through the treasures exclusive to the other regions, as well as look at all of them to see if they have any differing dialogue throughout the different regions. Although if there are some that you know of that I missed, you can just let me know in the comments, because I think some of them aren't listed on Wikipedia, so if they're not, my apologies. I just decided not to take foreign language in school. Mystery Disc Series. You've collected the Mystery Disc Series. All these objects may look similar, but I gave them different sales pitches based on their textures. Of course, the first one we look at would be the Arboreal Frippery. I hardly slept at all yesterday. I missed my Senbai Botan at home. Come to think of it, this plant is supposed to have a strong sleep-inducing effect. It is said that if you use the wrong amount, you will fall into an eternal sleep. I'll try using it for a while. Perfect for the insomnia sufferers of today. Sometimes fall into an eternal sleep, a much too potent sleep inducer. I'm actually going to show a screenshot of the sales pitch on Wikipedia. As over sleep inducer, it says dangerous drug. A much too potent dangerous drug. I am assuming that was a change made in the Switch port of Pikmin 2. Lustrous Element. This rare alien metal doesn't exist in Hokate. When I gaze at it, I'm gripped with an overpowering sense of greed. On Hokate, there is a valuable metal with a stunning sheen that has a similar effect. Perhaps this alluring metal is responsible for many of this planet's woes. Hokate is spelled with a K, and I'm guessing that's the European spelling. Broken Cooking God. What a strangely shaped piece of metal this is. It's broken in the middle, and I can't work its whole picture. The ship says this is a divine tool, but I think it's a basin. Isn't it convenient that your face reflects from the bottom? Behold this godly shine! This is a super existence, ruling over every living being's tongue and controlling every kind of food. But we machines cannot experience the flavor, as we have no mouths. Lightning Bolt! Kudos if you get that reference. Yellow Pikmin are infatuated with high places, such as the tops of trees and mountains. That is why I try to hurl them up to any high areas I come across. Once, they came back down with this treasure. The ship appears to have named it after what they look like. When they dance gently in the sky, descend lightly to the ground, and fight the occasional lightning-fast aerial battle. In all the decades since I was manufactured, I have never before seen such a strong, penetrating weapon. More shocking than a lightning bolt, faster than a light mote, able to crush rocks in one blast, the perfect legendary weapon with a ring-shaped safety guard. Family Raft. Although it can be identified as a wood chip, it actually seems to be a raft for river rafting. The whole family can ride her together at this size. So my wife, son, daughter, dog, and of course myself. I want to go camping with my entire family. A family-sized raft with enough capacity for an entire family to relax in. Its name is Fortune. Somehow I imagine a pattern at its front spells out fortune. Sure, it'll make your river trip a good memory. This one is interesting because as I was looking through them, I found this thing called, in the notes, called Pikmin 2 website. I didn't even know there was a Pikmin 2 website, but I guess I'll read these too. Mirrored Stage. This wonderful instant dance stage that will always support the hidden singer deep in your soul. Just the thing for entertainers. Joy Receptacle. This box warms the heart precisely because it can't be opened. The real happiness comes from not seeing what's inside. Fleeting art form. Some works of fine art are timeless, while others are fleeting. Once lit, this sculpture pillar of wax will burn with glory for a short time before flaming out. The purpose of this piece of art is to help us all envision our final moment of flaming glory. And apparently there's no space between out and the. Novu Table. There's just something about the artiness and simple design, sure to be a big trend on Hokate. Don't you want to be a trendsetter? Spirit Flogger. An item for CEOs throughout the solar system. This arcane shape bewitches the human heart. Give this to your employees, and they will turn into yes men who never take vacation. Regal Diamond. As she gazes rapturously on this, she'll feel like the queen of the galaxy, and he'll feel like the lone king. Frosty Bauble. The cold glitter freezes the heart of anyone who looks at it. The father of the cosmos must look at this and remember his own wife. Magical Stage. Today we found the remains of a wooden construction engine buried deep under the surface. I can't imagine anyone on this uncivilized planet inventing anything. We'll have to wait until later to finish surveying this maze, but this place intrigues me. There may be something interesting to learn about this primitive object. This cute color arrangement is really wonderful. The miraculous design painted on the lid must have a big impact on the sense of beauty of the people of Hokate. With its supernatural loveliness, it is going to be very popular, no doubt. Ultimate Spinner. According to the ship's analysis, this top-shaped object has the following properties. 1. It is made of a super dense metal that's solidified under an abnormal supergravity, which can't happen under normal spatial rules. 2. Since its internal shape uses a special multiple centers of gravity structure, it generates a destructive rotation moment while spinning. I can't really understand what that means, but I can only say that it should be dangerous. Is it a good idea for us to bring back such a dangerous object? This top-shaped object spins using complicated theories. They are hard to understand not only for amateur physicists, but even for pros. Spin your brain together in order to think about it. Talisman of Life. After a long life traveling the hard road, people want to experience the best years of their life. These cards are a manifestation of that desire. Revised Eternal Fuel Dynamo. Unknown technology is really amazing. It seems that this object can produce an energy indefinitely. If this helps lower the electric bill, my wife may give me my allowance back. It stores energy that will never run out. Seriously, you ask? Don't doubt it. Believing gives great power. Alternative Reactor. Objects that emit high energy signals are being found in many places on this planet. We should pay attention when carrying them, since their energy is unknown. A machine capable of discharging enormous quantities of energy. What if I did this back then? This machine stores energy from alternate universes. Container of Knowledge. I got the feeling that I'd already found many similar looking objects. Is that just a feeling? Or does that mean a great civilization once flourished on this planet? Might these objects have played an important role? I apologize for that. This product looks like many others, or so it may seem. In fact, it's very different. Those who know will understand. Be one of the lucky ones to try out this product. Container of Sea Bounty. Mystical symbols are engraved on many of the objects on this planet. Unfortunately, I am not able to read them thus far. But on this container here, I can see a picture of a fish. I'm pretty sure this means... Oh no, I'm hungry again! Unrevealed tastes of from undiscovered worlds. These unknown tastes of ocean's plenty are now in this container. You, a connoisseur of true taste, must try this. Patience tester. When I see a closed container, I cannot help myself. I feel like I must open it and see what's inside. But when opening it, it could lose its value. I guess I'll just have to use my imagination. Open architecture. I've discovered a metallic container. Unfortunately, it was already empty, so it's going to be tough to sell. Some sales talk will be needed for this. Let's see what the ship says about it. The ultimate in reverse psychology. If it's too open, nobody wants to steal it. It's a shame, though, that the contents are so clearly visible. Permanent container. When I see this closed container, I cannot help myself. I feel like I must open it to see what's inside. But when opening it, it could lose its value. I guess I'll just have to use my imagination. The contents of the container spin at the speed of light. That means the progress of time is almost zero and the best before date is extended to the generation of your grandchildren. Empty space container. When all of these containers pile up in my ship, I start to wonder, would I be better off working as a treasure hunter or stay in the transportation business as always? The interior of this container ignores the physical laws of size and became indefinite space. All objects placed in it become indefinitely big and indefinitely small. Stringent container. Yesterday, the ship accused me of sampling all the food we've been collecting. That ship has a lot of nerve. Open archive. The container is open, but not broken. This is a very revealing design, which does not conceal its contents. It is an incomprehensible concept for our culture. To be used only by those who have nothing to hide. A personal container with an open design. Well, if it's always empty. Plentiful tank. The scale of objects found on this planet is overwhelming. I am sheer drowned in it. What instead of for the company, I brought this back for my family. That would buy us so much food. Oh, I shouldn't really think about it. Super mega size! The large volume is overwhelming, tempting, a really massive food tank. This is a jar of honey. I would totally buy this. Drone supplies. Even for a veteran of exploration like me, there is one thing that's always difficult to take. A boring menu of Hokitate noodles day after day. What kind of diet is that? Now I have a fantastic idea. How about trying some of this delicious looking food? That should perk the mood up a bit. It's not that I have to eat it, of course. It's just for the sake of the company, you know? Estimated object GF. On this planet, I can find many objects similar to this treasure. Are they related to each other? Many conjectures pop in my head, but I don't have any idea about the truth. The mystery does give this object a bit of romantic feel, however. This is a mysterious object that we failed to analyze, be it by staring, hitting, licking, or even through biting. Since this treasure is so mysterious, its value is so mysterious. Actually, it's on sale! Actually, it may be valuable, or it may not be. Buy this treasure as a gamble. Coiny the Refined. Milk-scented money, probably from an ancient civilization. Scented money is a very stylish idea. Even if you can make a copy look exactly the same, you can't copy the scent. It's a brilliant piece of anti-counterfeiting technology. Ancient money with the scent of milk? This is a must-have for money enthusiasts. Enjoy the stylish scent. Milky tea. Suddenly, I remember the taste of milk from when my wife poured me some several years ago. The milk being warm enhanced its scent, and it made it very tasty. Actually, I've heard she mistakenly poured powdered milk by accident. Despite that, anything done with love is tasty to me. It has the flavor of milk, which persists throughout the years. Some things in this treasure would fade away with time, but on the other hand, the ones that are meant to remain forever can still be found in it. Milk lid. We often think too much and get stuck when researching something. Actually, this may just be a lid. It might not be. After thinking, rethinking, thinking thoughtfully and thoughtfully thinking, this object is concluded to be just a lid. Actually, this may be valuable. There are infinite possibilities to it. Good old memories. The scent reminds me of something strangely nostalgic. like my memories of when was still embraced by my mother, or the time when I was spoiled for no reason. Those happy memories are the reason that I can be here now. By the way, I haven't returned home recently. The milky scent is reminiscent of nostalgic days, the time when being spoiled for no reason was allowed. Those happy memories are the very thing which form your current self. Paper slider. Suddenly, I remembered my childhood. It felt good to ride on a cardboard sled on the grass. I miss my childhood, when I used to play at the river's bank. Extremely lightweight body, slightly inverted shape, and a bottom with less friction. There is no reason not to use this as a slider. With this, the sliding king's throne is now yours! Understood person symbol. I somehow feel that I have found many objects similar to this one. Is it just my imagination? Perhaps they might have been very important objects to a fallen civilization, which once flourished on this planet. You can find a lot of similar items to this one. They all look the same, but with slight differences. Only someone who can tell the difference between these objects can understand the true value of this one. This treasure is a challenge for all buyers. Flying saucer. No matter how much they evolve, computers can't seem to understand what romance is. I believe this is actually a UFO. I suppose there are intelligent life forms besides us somewhere in this universe. Surely. Unbelievable? Or maybe I just don't want to believe it. Is it true that this is actually a UFO? It is a mysterious object, and its true identity was never fully settled, even after intense discussions between romantics and realists. Universally best art. What a refined and sophisticated design! I have never encountered such work before. I was so moved by it that my tears won't stop flooding. Machines like me may not understand them, but people do. That is the heart of art, the spirit of fine art. If you know how good this design is, your sense is at a rank of a space pilot. Inviting thing. I certainly do not know its original use, but isn't it a trap for luring animals? It has an attractive fragrance that makes it hard for me to resist. The scent that attracts every mammal, no matter how strong your will. There is something you can never fight against in this world. Do not fight for your thirst. Now, how much will you pay for it? Idea assistant. This pattern is... Staring at this treasure, I feel like it gives me ideas for brand new hot-selling products. You should be able to come up with a good idea just by staring at this treasure. This is the Idea Assisted, recommended for people who are optimistic and realistic. Seed of Enlightenment. On this planet, there are so many objects that are hard to understand. This is one of those objects. According to the analysis of the ship, its value comes from making people think so deeply about the objects itself. Does it really? I feel like the ship's tricking me. No way! If I doubt my spaceship, I'll be disqualified as an ace pilot. At first glance, you won't understand how to use this treasure, but then you'll think about it very deeply. This is the reason why this treasure is valuable. It will eventually lead you to a world of deep meditation soon. Milky Cradle. We couldn't find anything from analysis, so as my idea, we decided to sell it as baby goods. Babies must have a good night's sleep with this cradle wrapped in a milky fragrance. This useful childcare product will be becoming soon. A cradle wrapped in a milky scent. Nocturnal crying will be reduced by 80%. Anywhere floater. At first, I didn't know what this was. However, when I turned it over, I found that the bottom side of the treasure was waterproof, so we decided to sell it as a raft. It is important in life to not just look at things from the front, but also from the back. Remember people, if you're having a pop quiz at school, remember to look at the back of the page. So Big Nate learned the hard way. This is a light and portable raft that you can bring anywhere. I assume it will be hankered after many office workers wanting to enjoy a leisurely ride along a river. Prototype detector. A miracle of cosmic will or a secret machine from the citizens of Dimension X. It reacts to treasure, making it a lucky item for opportunists. And with that, that is all of the story mode of Pikmin 2. So, also, I'd like to show something. Right here you can view all the cutscenes in the game. But we still have one that we still have yet to unlock. And I will show this cutscene if and when we unlock it. So, what is the future going to entail? Well, in Pikmin 2 standards, I would like to do challenge mode, and I am going to show every single stage in it. And after that, if I can find a partner, I would like to show two-player battle as well. But I want to take a little break from Pikmin 2, and we'll do challenge mode in due time. And for stuff that is non-Pikmin related, for stuff that is Pikmin related, next in the series, I would like to actually play the Wii ports of Pikmin 1 and 2, and of course, we'll do Pikmin 3 and Hey Pikmin and all that, but I still gotta figure out a way to record DS games as well as record the Wii U gamepad, so that probably won't be for a long time. And stuff that's not Pikmin related, I do have some Minecraft clone community videos that I recorded like months ago but haven't actually uploaded yet. And I also would like to do some other redone Let's Plays. We also want to do Super Metroid and Metroid Prime, and then I want to continue the Metroid series because I haven't played Metroid in a heck of a long time, actually. So, yeah. So I guess if you're not going to be watching Challenge Mode and you're stopping here, I would like to once again thank each and every one of you for watching, and I will see you guys on the next game in the Pikmin series. This is CloneClux9999, signing off. See you guys then. Recently, I've also been making checklists for Super Mario Sunshine. I'm probably going to do one for 64 and Galaxy as well.